Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me on Evolutionary Soul Tower. My name is Desiree, and it's always a pleasure to come to you and see you here with me. All right, let's jump right into the message. Today, as I was doing my meditations, Spirit gave me information that I wanted to share with you. That is, as double workers, the light worker and the star seed, as double missioned workers, we are now experiencing a shift whereby the traumas of the life lessons that we've had to go through, the betrayals of the higher learnings that we've had to experience to get our souls prepared for our missions are now being purged. They're now being purged and released. So many of you are probably experiencing, like I am, these different emotions or these different events that are kind of coming into your mind, and you're wondering, I thought that was gone. That happened so long ago. Why is that coming back up? Well, Spirit is bringing it back up to feel the emotion, to then purge it and release it, so that you can start your new beginning, which will be very significant in just a moment when I talk to you about the astrological updates, but so that you can start this new beginning fresh, with fresh ideas, with a fresh passion, where your emotional body is going to be balanced, right? Because it no longer is dealing with all of those, experiencing all of that debris that's left in the soul. That will be purged, and you will have these fresh new ideas with a fresh new passion and a brand new beginning. And that's something that is absolutely synchronistic with this month, because in the month of July, as we move through our astrological updates, on July 9th, we're having a new moon in Cancer that's coming in, where it's going to be time to commit to a new beginning. And how synchronistic is that? Where they're now going to be purging all of that debris, coming into a new beginning, where we can commit to those new ideas, those fresh passions, as we balance our emotional body. What a great time to do that, right? Synchronistically. It's by no happenstance, by the way. And also on July 11th through the 27th, Mercury enters Cancer, and this is where we tend to be more emotional than objective, right? As Cancer is a very emotional sign where the emotions are forefront. As well, we have Venus on the 21st of July entering into Virgo, where again, we're going to be very expressive of love type gestures with practical means, doing practical things, which is fabulous. It's always great to love. So that'll be something that will be happening as well, coming from our emotional body. And then, of course, on July 22nd through August 22nd, the sun is going to enter Leo, and we're going to be having fun, being playful, being joyful, right? All of these things this month are centered around emotion. And as a result of that, there are some crystals that you can use to help you through this very emotional time. For instance, if you're all of a sudden get this surge of anger or surge of frustration or surge of overwhelmment, don't feel alarmed. Just grab a crystal, get yourself in a meditative place, quiet, and just meditate or pray. As Spirit says, just get quiet so they can send their soothing balm towards you and ease your pain, because it is something that you'll probably experience this month because of this release that's happening due to all of the traumas that you may have experienced during your soul lessons as you were going through your soul path journey. So that's now happening so that you can start this new beginning fresh and with passion, being emotionally balanced as you now go forth and serve the world with your talents, gifts, and abilities, right? So it all works out very beautifully. And so those were some of the astrological updates that you may want to be aware of. In addition to this one that I did want to make sure I brought to your attention, Neptune. Neptune is also another planet that went retrograde June 25th and will be retrograde through December 1st. And as a result of that, it's retrograde in Pisces. Again, another very emotional sign. very intuitive, emotional signs. So you're going to be feeling a lot of emotions this month. So as such, I will say those stones that I just mentioned to you, selenite, and rose quartz will be very useful for you this month as you express love and or as you need to be calmed down a bit from what's going on in your emotional body if it gets to be intense for you. Okay? So those are some of the things that will be happening this month. As well, Spirit is very, very proud of what has been done, what we have been doing as light seeds. Why do I keep saying that? As star workers, as star seeds and light workers. There you go. Couldn't get it together. There we go. So Spirit is very proud of what we've been doing because they do recognize the difficulty that many of us are going through as these new frequencies are coming into the earth plane and we are being transformed from inside out. That said, the past, the future, and the present are merging, and so it's appearing that time is collapsing. And it probably, when I say collapsing, it's things are seeming there. The things are seemingly happening quicker, even though it may not really be happening quicker. It's just, it appears that way, that time is collapsing. That said, Spirit obviously wants us to, as a result of that, operate in the present consciousness, as we don't want to create any new resistance. So just operate in the present consciousness, in the present form. As well, ensure that you know that you'll begin to awaken and remember who you truly are as you go through some of these shifts, which is why the new beginnings are so important for us, because you come into these new ideas after all of the purging. You come into this new passion and you begin to really understand who you are and what you were brought here to do so that you can go out and serve humanity at your greatest potential, right? As well, the old reality is petering out and we'll be able to live in a joyful, happy, peaceful place in the near future. And so these are some of the things that are happening. And just to be sure to be mindful of living and loving yourself and others. Just live in a loving, kind, gentle way. And again, Spirit is very happy with all that we are doing as light workers and what we've contributed to the world, just in who we are as light workers and starseed. Again, if you're feeling any kind of ascension symptoms with the frequencies that are coming into the universe that are now coming in, again, drink lots of water, eat raw vegetables and lots of raw vegetables and fruits, and of course, don't forget your meditation and your stones so that you can energetically ground yourself and get yourself back into a place of groundedness and feeling normal again, because a lot of these frequencies are causing distortions. Some people are feeling things like lightheadedness or can't remember certain things that they typically remember, or extreme fatigue, or of course even some things like nausea. Of course, if this stuff persists for long periods of time, always go to the doctor if you think there's something really wrong. But most times, ascension symptoms, they go away fairly quickly. But I say that to say, don't ever stop yourself from going to the doctor if you think there's something really wrong. But I say all of that to say that for the process of awakening and ascension that many of us are going through, if you're feeling those kinds of symptoms and you're just feeling distorted and disrupted emotionally as well as physically in some way, shape, or form, please meditate, grab your crystals, get quiet, and just allow Spirit to soothe the soul. And again, I'm not a doctor in any way, shape, or form, but if indeed symptoms persist longer than you, and you would know, than normal, or then they're out of ordinary, or out of the usual feelings, then you know if it's time for you to go to the doctor or not. So I don't want to say not to go and then something happen. I just merely want to say, please use your discernment for that, and understand that Spirit is very thankful for all that we do. Even though sometimes it's like, man, this is a lot of stuff we're going through. He is very thankful for that. So these are the messages that I have for you today. I will see you again next week, and peace, love, and many blessings to you all. See you again. Have a great week. Bye-bye.